Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on here. If you're new here, my name is Karina and I do fashion and styling videos as well as some hauls, and I also do weekly vlogs, so if you're into any of that, please consider subscribing. Today we're going to do a hair tutorial on my new short hair that I recently just got cut, and I've been learning how to style it. So I thought I'd share it with y'all because I know I typically struggle when I get a new haircut on how to style it at home, because it looks great leaving the hair salon and then I get home and I'm like, I don't know if I did it right. So I'm definitely styling it different than what my hairstylist Evelia did, but I'm liking it. I actually sent a message today asking for a video of what she did, because she did like very minimal, like just a little bit of crimp on some pieces here and there, and then the front pieces, and I love the way she did that. So if I can figure out how she did that, I'll do like a TikTok on it, and then I'll probably do a short here on YouTube because I really like it. Hopefully I can figure out how to do that one and share it with you guys as well. But if you're interested to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. I just got out the shower and I'm gonna go ahead and put some mousse in it. I'm gonna put some mousse in the roots, which I just use this Tresemme mousse that says it's hydrating. It says Flawless Curls Moisturizing Mousse. So it's just a mousse, but I'm gonna use it mostly at the root so it can give volume. So what I do is I flip my hair over and then I just kind of focus it on the root. So I let that settle. I'm gonna spray the ends with It's a 10 because it is a heat protectant as well as a leave-in conditioner. So I needed to get a heat protectant because I haven't been using one, and I wanna make sure that my hair doesn't get damaged. So I'm just gonna spray the ends with that. I'm trying not to get my root because I have oily hair. So I'm gonna section my hair. I typically section it in 3 sections. So I do the bottom, the middle, and then the top. So the bottom is really short. So I do a mixture of this round brush for like the longer pieces back there. But the very bottom pieces, I'll do this round brush. And the reason I go in with the really short pieces with the little round brush is because these pieces will tend to like flip out or do their own thing because they're a little bit, because my hair's got a little bit of a curl. So I want to like straighten them as best I can. So I did put heat on that. This is my straightener on, so I can go ahead and straighten it. I typically straighten it at the end, but just for the sake of the video, I'll just go ahead and show y'all that I do take my little small pieces here and I straighten them because I don't want them to curl. I also don't want them, I almost give it a little bit of an outward motion because I want it to be pretty straight. I don't want it to go in. See how this side, I don't know if you can see, this side's going in and now this side is straight. That's what I want it to look like. I want the volume at the root, but I mostly want the volume on the top layer. So I do straighten this pretty straight. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the middle section. So I'm gonna get like the crown, pin that up. And now I'm only gonna use the bigger barrel. I did cause a lot of volume with the bigger barrel, and I am putting it right at the root and then making sure that I'm lifting and blowing upwards like this, or I'm lifting and going this way. I never want to go down because I don't want to flatten. I want to get that volume. I'm going to kind of straighten the ends just to make sure it's not curling in, but I don't want to really mess with that volume. So I'm just going to stick to the ends. That little bit of that outwards motion gives it a really straight look. Almost like I'm gonna flip it out, but I'm not. Okay, with this top section, I am gonna separate it into 2, the front and the back. So I'm gonna pin the front still. And then we're gonna blow dry this with volume as well. Front piece we're gonna do forward like this, and we're also gonna blow dry like this. And then I'm gonna let this hair cool a little bit in this direction. I want these pieces to frame my face. When your hair cools in a specific like state like this, when you direct it a different direction, it's gonna wanna go back to that direction, and that's what I want. I want my pieces in the front to kind of keep flowing forward versus back. I've parted it in the middle and I brushed it back, and see how these pieces just kind of come forward. That's what I want. And now we're going to put a little bit of curl into it. I'm gonna go back and straighten the ends again. And then I grab about a 1-inch piece in the front of either side, and I curl. This one I curl away from the face, and this one I curl this direction, just because that's the way my hair has always laid better. I can't, for whatever reason, I can't curl like this on this side of my face. It just doesn't look right. So I'm curling inward, but if you do outward normally on the face, do that. So I curled it, but I don't take it all the way to the bottom, and then I do straighten the bottom. So that's what I did. Another inch over here. And this one, I do curl away from the face. I do also over direct this direction, again, because I want it to keep falling forward. So over directing. These sections are gonna be smaller, so I say about 1/2 inch, and I'm only gonna curl to the middle. So I'm going to curl away, and I have half of my hair out, and then I leave it like that. I'm gonna do that to 3 more pieces of the top of my head, of the crown of my head. So another small, about 1/2 inch, half the hair, curl, and then, oopsie. And then these back pieces, these are much shorter. I actually do curl all of this one. I take it all the way to the end, like that. So now I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces that I've curled up top, and then I'm gonna go in between these pieces that I curled. So like right here, and I'm gonna curl these the opposite way I curled it. So inward towards the face. And I do about the same. I do a little bit more than half on those curls. Again, in between these. It's a shorter piece, so I'll end up curling all of it towards the face. And then I let those cool, and I don't touch them. I do go in and get this under piece right here that frames the face, and I'll curl that one away as well. But I take it all the way down on this one as well. Okay, so now I'm not gonna touch them. I'm gonna let it cool, and I'm gonna do the other side the same way. Okay, I did the other side, and then I did a couple of curls back here, which I'm gonna go ahead and break up because it's kind of just really waves back there because it's so short. And now that it's cool, my battery is dying, so I have to charge it just a tad, just to show you that once it's cooled, you can run your fingers through it and break up those curls, half curls. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my battery finish charging, and then I'm going to put my makeup on and come back. So what typically happens is once I've done all this, it's cooled, and I've broken up the pieces, I go in and fix some pieces. So I'm going to let my battery charge. So I'll be back. Just gonna go put some makeup on. Like right here, I can see that this is very not, like it doesn't really have a crimp up here where I want it. So I'll go back and just put a little bit of a curl there. See? Then I'll let that cool, and then I'll run my fingers through it again. So I'll be back, and I'll look more presentable.